Okay, well, this is just your weekly reminder that we post every Wednesday at 5 p.m. on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube for the full visuals. Go follow us on our social media platforms, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook at Nothing But Controversy. Twitter's at NB Controversy because Twitter sucks. Go to nothingbutcontroversy.com/shop to have a chance to get unlimited merch from NBC. Look at this.
Yes,
right here.
sir.
If you're listening on Spotify, go to YouTube and just skip like a minute into this video and you'll see how absolutely sexy all five of us look with the Fab 5 limited edition champion hoodies. Also, it is limited edition because you only have like 5 more days to buy them. So go ahead and do that quickly. But otherwise, yeah, if you want, go to our Instagram page, click the link in our bio, and you will have access to all of our social media platforms right there. Go now.
This is Nothing But Controversy. Four guys on a podcast and we're talking about sports. Four guys on a podcast and we're talking about sports. Nothing But Controversy with Matt, Dawson, Cam, and Shaner.
Well, what's up, guys? And welcome to episode 33 of the Nothing But Controversy podcast. And oh, baby, is it a special one? And you're going to find out why in just quite a few moments. All right, let's go over the schedule. But before that, just a reminder, we are now officially under 50. We are 44 days away from the NFL regular season, day one. That is crazy. But anyways, schedule for this week. It's a little bit shorter, not as many segments, and you kind of understand why, because we're going to start off with This Week in Sports, and then we're going to hop in to a brand new segment of More Controversy. My goodness, Shaner had an interview, and you guys are definitely going to want to stick around for that. Then we're going to go into a very interesting question of the week, our bold prediction of the week, and, you know, we couldn't cut out the favorite segments here, so we're obviously going to end off with trivia, top 5, and lock of the week in terms of.
Oh, man. That's a trio right there.
Yeah. Like that's just 3 segments we're never going to cut out. So deal with it. But yeah, let's hop right into This Week in Sports. This week, I have 3 things to bring up. First thing, obviously, has to be the Milwaukee Bucks pulling it off and reverse sweeping the Suns after going down 2-0, winning 4 straight. And hey, I'm so happy for Giannis. I'm absolutely devastated for Chris Paul because this guy deserves it maybe more than anyone in the league. But listen, Giannis came to play. My bold prediction last week, you might want to roll it back. It was, nope, don't want to roll it back, but I'll just remind you anyways because I'm the smartest man on the planet. I said that someone was going to score 50 points in either game 6 or 7, and Giannis dropped his 50-piece, and then the next day went to Chick-fil-A and got a 50-piece McNuggets little combo there. So, yeah, congratulations.
Didn't go to Vegas. Went to Chick-fil-A instead. That's wild.
But yeah, I don't know if you guys have anything to say about that, but
No, shout out to the Bucks. Obviously, I'm not the smartest man on the planet. My lock of the week, I don't know. Looking back, I must have been drunk. But my lock of the week was that the Suns are going to come back from a 3-2 deficit and win the fucking NBA Finals. That did not happen. But no, shout out to the Bucks. It's like I tweeted it. Shane said it. Like, it's very, very hard not to be happy for Giannis. Like, it's very, very hard. He's just such a cool guy.
lovable guy.
Most lovable guy.
Like, so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was never like a huge Giannis fan. Well, not a huge Giannis fan, but I don't know. I didn't follow him that crazy, but I saw a video last week of it was like a 5-minute video of like him comparing. It was comparing what he said the first year he got drafted.
Yeah.
Bucks, like he was mad skinny, looked super young, and then he was just in the gym like with his dad and like I don't know a couple other Bucks guys, and he was like, "We're gonna win an NBA championship here." and he was like shooting a free throw, and he's like, I'm gonna do it, and like and then it went to him winning, and it gave me chills. Honestly, super happy for that guy.
He's had a crazy glow up if you think about it, man. He came in the league looking
he's so hot.
lean. But yeah, no,
fucked up,
honestly,
bro.
honestly, it was hard to like hate either team. You know, that's why I kind of enjoyed this playoff too. I was happy for whoever would win, and dude, Giannis, Giannis and the Bucks did it, so good for them.
It was kind of nice to get away from the whole NBA. There's always one team that just everyone hates,
Yeah.
Like for the longest time, everyone just wanted to beat Golden State, and it was always everyone against Golden State. This series is like, you know what? Whoever wins, congratulations, because that's sick.
Yeah.
I am disappointed that Chris Paul didn't come away with his ring.
Yeah.
And obviously after the first two games, it was kind of like, okay, well, this is it. Yeah, it's pretty much a lock that he's going to come back. And then we just saw Giannis just absolutely explode. So I don't know, maybe those first two games, maybe that knee was still kind of bothering him. And then he said, you know what, it's do or die now. But, like Dawson said, it's hard not to be happy for him because, he signed that extension wanting to win a ring in Milwaukee. They brought in Drew Holiday to help him win that. They locked up Drew Holiday. So maybe this is a team that starts to build a dynasty around Giannis.
There was
They can
also a
definitely run it
hilarious
back.
quote that I saw, and I don't remember the player that the coach compared him to. Let's just say it was like Trevor Ariza, and the coach Giannis's rookie year said like if you work your ass off and you do this whatever, you can be like Trevor Ariza. And Giannis looked at his coach. He's like, Coach, if I'm gonna be like Trevor Ariza, I'm going back to Greece. I forget what the player was, but it fucking killed me. He's like, yeah, I'm going back to Greece if I'm like Trevor Ariza.
And listen, I don't think I'm ready to say that anyone in this league is better than LeBron James, but I think right now the closest guy has to be Giannis. And that's crazy to say.
It's crazy. Like we watched a few games together. It's crazy how many like highlight plays he made, like plays people are gonna remember in 20 years. You know, like the block on the oop, and I don't know, just that dunk to seal the game, pretty much. Just some crazy shit. Good for him.
Dude, that dunk after the Drew Holiday steal was the sequence of the playoffs, maybe of the year. Like, unbelievable.
Another picture that's getting a lot of credit now is like they did with the LeBron and the sunglasses. Is Chris Paul and Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday laughing after going down 2-0.
Yeah,
I've seen that I think every day on social media since they won the finals.
And then D-Book had to hop on a plane with both of those guys and go to Tokyo. But yeah, let's move on. Another thing that I'm going to bring up, we talked a lot about it last week, was the Seattle Kraken had their expansion draft. We pretty much spent like 20 minutes arguing whether or not Carey Price should get selected or if we'd be happy if he got selected. Didn't matter. Didn't get selected. Shane predicted his team. He went 8 for 30. But you know what? A lot of people would argue that Shane's team looks a whole lot better than the one they picked.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe Shane at this point should just become the GM of the Seattle Kraken. I think that would be great. It would be good PR for NBC. Nothing but controversy could be their main sponsors.
Exactly. Could be the big trade breakers too on social media.
Yeah, but listen, I don't know how you guys feel about the draft, but I thought it was poor. A lot of people are saying that Ron Francis had a poor outing.
I think he did. I mean, I don't know. It kind of got summed up by this tweet that one of you read me. I think, Matt, you read it to me on the golf course. It was like the fake Atlanta Thrashers account.
It was me.
Yeah, and they
That wasn't me.
Yeah, they posted.
Thank you for thinking of me, though.
Hey. Anyways, they posted like when we did our expansion draft, the best possible player we could select was like Yannick Perreault. The Seattle Kraken just passed up on Vladimir Tarasenko and Carey Price. Like, and again, not to say that they needed to take those two guys because of their contract situation, because of all that, but like there's guys like our boy Jake Bean. Like, how do you pass on Jake Bean? Come on.
I don't know if that's our boy. That's definitely Shaner's boy.
Bro, expansion draft, NHL 21, you got to grab Jake Bean. But no, I don't know. It's just There's a lot of big names left on the board. There's a lot of questionable picks. And I don't know about you guys. Well, I know your answer, but the whole evening, the whole event was ruined because everything got leaked on Twitter. Like, it was so unenjoyable to watch. They could make that such a sick event, just like how the draft is a sick event. Just like, I don't even know how they did it with Vegas, because there's no way that many picks got leaked with Vegas.
Not only that, but ESPN was so horrible covering that event. Yeah. They made, I think I counted like 10 mistakes, calling guys that play defense, telling them they're fourth line left wingers. Like, no, like this guy plays defense.
Calling Carolina the Panthers instead of Hurricanes. That was awful.
It was just a horrible event. Like,
and who put Sean Kemp in that T-shirt?
Bro, when he said Jonas Donskoy's name, that was the highlight of the draft.
Oh, yeah. Did you see the shirt he was wearing? Like, this guy should have been, like, in a 2X probably. The man's seriously huge. Like, put him in a shirt that fits him. They gave him, like, a woman's small. Like, oh, man. It was a crop top on him. I felt bad.
Yeah, I'm going to put up a picture right here.
Oh, look at
that. I just find the entire days leading up to the expansion draft, even the draft itself, was just weird. Like, I don't know about you guys, their picks as well, just absolute head scratchers. But we'll see what kind of team they field, day one of the NHL season this year.
Hey, things I said that pissed me off. Underwhelming sporting events.
Yeah,
doesn't necessarily fall into that category, but absolutely awful, extremely underwhelming. Seattle Kraken and ESPN do better.
Cam, you are the man for that one.
When people saw the list get released of all these people that were unprotected, people were saying it was a surefire thing that they were going to the playoffs.
Yeah.
And now it's a surefire thing that they're drafting Shane Wright next year first overall.
Literally.
So Seattle Kraken fan, I know there's not many of you, and I know you definitely don't know who Shane Wright is, but go on YouTube and find Shane Wright and watch his highlights, because he is your future. He is the future face of your franchise. He is your future. Him and Matt Beniers are going to be a great 1-2 punch down the middle. But go to YouTube and watch Shane Wright's highlight tape.
And you know what? That's just actually a perfect segue into my next thing. We were talking about next year's draft when this year's draft happened two days after the expansion draft. So I'm going to bring that up. The NHL draft happened. Owen Power went number 1, as we all presumed. But I want to talk about the Habs pick. Obviously, most controversial pick of the first round. I guess the 31st of the round. Yeah, of the draft, because, maybe I'm not the smartest person in the world. I'm the dumbest person. Anyways, the Habs drafted Logan Mailloux. So basically, if you don't know what this guy's story is, or if you hear everybody talking about him, there's a reason why there's so much hate,
backlash,
controversy around the Habs picking him, because basically what happened was, a couple of weeks ago, he was charged with distributing private photos, like nudes, I guess, of a girl, and he took a picture of her naked, without her consent, and sent it to a group chat, and he got charged. Then basically what happened was it all came out, and he said, he made a statement saying, I don't want to get drafted. I want to come back in a year or two and work on myself. And so basically everyone thought that, boom, that was it. Everyone was passing on him. And then, boom, the Habs took him. So that's why there's a whole lot of controversy. Even Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, even came out and said he was disappointed with the Habs in picking them. St. Hubert dropped.
He was disappointed in the Habs, just like the whole country's disappointed in him.
Damn. All right, we can get political another. But again, speaking of politics, shout out to Frankie Legault again.
Exquisite job.
Just because. Anyways, I don't have much to add. If I was Marc Bergevin, would I have taken him? No. Was there better prospects on the board, up for debate? To me, it just wasn't worth everything that's going on now. Look, I hope he can become a better man. I hope he can take it seriously and take his actions seriously and actually put the steps towards being a better man, use this platform that he now has to be a better guy and, an activist for this kind of stuff. But If I was Mark Bergevin, I wouldn't have touched this kid with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, I hope the whole situation, like, I hope he finds some reconciliation with the woman or the girl. That obviously needs to be cleared up. For Bergevin, like, you're bringing this kid in who made that statement a day before the draft or 2 days before the draft, whatever it was, and you're bringing him into the biggest hockey market in Montreal. Like, the day after he got drafted, it was the day after that whole press conference where he just got, like, absolutely raided with questions, and they were all just worded differently, but all asking him the same thing. So I don't think it's fair to him. Not that, look, obviously a terrible situation. Kid got caught doing something extremely illegal and unfortunate, and anyways, but it's just not fair to the kid. Like, let him be. Like, as much as he should have respected the woman's wishes, you got to respect his wishes and let him work on himself before bringing him into the biggest hockey market in the world.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, I agree. I think pre him saying like I want to work on myself, I don't want to get drafted, like maybe you take him and it's like a little bit less controversial. It's a little bit less like, okay, like we're gonna talk to him, we're gonna work on him, like we're gonna help him be like an advocate, whatever. But it's the fact that he said, don't draft me. It just makes everything so much worse. Like, why would you do that? Like, it just like
because he was a position of need for Montreal, and he was the best player available at that position of need. Okay, Montreal didn't care. In 7 years when he's in the NHL, no one's going to remember what he did. I'm not defending him in any way. But Montreal also has to look at it in a position to upgrade their team, and he was going to get drafted regardless. He was going in the second round, and Montreal just bid on him because they needed him.
I understand the business aspect of it, absolutely.
Yes. This kid's getting so much backlash, but so many 17-year-olds like have done this before. He got caught, obviously, which is terrible. What he did was horrible. I'm not defending him. But if he was going into a normal job, into a 9-to-5 job, he's still getting that job. And nobody's batting an eye about him getting the job. But just because he's going to the NHL, it's like the end of the world.
Yeah, but we also have
worked
to
his whole life to get that job.
We have to hold professional athletes to higher standards as well. Like, you're someone.
But he wasn't a professional athlete at the time.
Well, he is now. He was about to be. You're telling me he didn't know he was going to become a professional athlete when he did that? He didn't know he was a first-round prospect? 17. Yeah, I understand the immaturity level and everything.
17.
I know, but you also have to. He was playing in Sweden. There's probably kids watching him play every day. Like, you're someone's role model at that point, and you know you're going to become someone's role model. I don't know. You got to be smarter than that.
No, he does. He 100% has to be smarter. But for the fact that people say that he should have never gotten drafted is, like, pushing it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this guy still has the top-end talent to make it to the NHL, to be a top-4 defenseman in the NHL, and play in Montreal for a long time, play in the NHL for a long time. And then you're literally, whatever he did working up to that point because he made a mistake in his life, you're completely throwing him under the bus like he shouldn't be a part of what he worked his whole life for. That's my thing, is he's still 17. People are literally like throwing him away at 17 because he made a mistake and got caught.
Yeah. I think for me, it's more the thing that he said, don't draft me. And then they drafted him. But anyways, LBS, I don't know if you have anything to say. I don't really want to talk about this anymore.
Yeah. I have no comments on the situation, to be honest. Trying to stay away from that one.
Yeah. Matty Ice, you got anything else for us?
I mean, that's it for me.
All right. Well, obviously, a bunch of extensions, trades in the NHL. Probably none bigger right now than the one we saw today. Alex Ovechkin returning to the Capitals. 5 years. That's surprising.
That's sick.
That's a lot. Ovechkin, if he scores 33 goals, an average of 33 goals in the next 5 years, he's going to break Wayne Gretzky's record. Watch out, Wayne. Like,
yes.
Watch out, Wayne.
Do we think it's going to happen?
Yes.
I think
yeah.
We've talked about this before.
I really hope it does.
We talked about this before, and now I'm like way more confident that just because he signed a 5-year deal. If he plays this deal out, I saw a thing also like he over the last 3 full NHL seasons, he's averaged 52 goals a year. So I think it's extremely doable. Obviously, he's aging, but based on last year and the last couple of years, I don't think he's slowing down that much that he can't score 33 goals a game. And Washington's far from a bad team, so.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think it's almost. I don't want to say a lock, but it's getting there.
You're asking a 50-goal scorer to score 33 a year, man. I know obviously he's going to go down, but like.
This year was the first time in his career that he didn't score 30 goals.
That is nuts.
Shortened season. That's fucked.
And he scored 24.
That's fucked. If you're listening to this on the day we release it, tomorrow is the NBA draft, Thursday. Looking forward to that. Okay, there's rumors that the Raptors go outside of the top 4 guys and not take one of the, I'm presuming what will be one of the Jalen's. I think the consensus 1 and 2 are almost set, I would say. And your number 1 overall pick, Cade Cunningham, signed with Nike, right, Shane? He signed with Nike, yeah. So good for him. But Detroit has turned down some crazy, absolutely fucking crazy trade packages, including SGA, which is one of my favorite young players in the NBA. And what is it, the 6th pick?
6, yeah.
Yeah. I mean.
So, who's crazier, OKC for offering that or Detroit for declining that?
Detroit for declining it.
Yeah, I think it has to be. Like,
I think it's crazy to offer it, but I think if that's on the table, you take that a second.
Apparently, they're offering
OKC
SGA to a bunch of teams. Like they're willing to move SGA. Like they're asking for a lot for him, but apparently they're like talking about moving SGA.
But man, SGA is so good, and people
are underrated.
I was just gonna say I love Cade Cunningham. Obviously, watched a lot of him, but SGA is a proven young rising star already. And you can probably make amends if he falls off and has some career-ending injury. You still have the 6th pick in your back pocket.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, to me, I think Detroit's crazier for not accepting that.
And not for nothing. I just completely lost my train of thought. Yeah, not for nothing. SGA led the Thunder this year. Chris Paul was gone. Like SGA was, him and Lou Dort were like 2 very young leaders on that team, but they were leaders. Like he knows how to control the locker room now. He was the guy in OKC. Like I don't see how you turn that down, and you throw in the 6th pick. Are you crazy?
Dude, I could see him winning an MVP like later on down the road.
Yes.
I think he's that good.
Yeah. But we'll give you the 4th for SGA. Done.
Yeah. Facts.
I would take that.
So hyped. Anyways, that's all I have for this week in sports. I'd also like to say that Matt is recording live from his mother's bedroom.
Yeah. Mother and father,
awesome.
Married. They got a nice room. So here we go.
Well, I'm gonna stick with the NBA real quick. I want to talk about the Grizzlies and the Pelicans trade real quick because I really liked it for both sides. To be honest, I like how the Pels got the upgrade I'm gonna call it an upgrade. Valanciunas over Adams, and they get rid of Adams and Bledsoe's. Dude, JV, I'm gonna say he's underrated. That's gonna be my next week. But anyways, they get rid of Adams and Bledsoe's contracts, which could either allow them to pursue free agents in the offseason or match Alonzo offer sheet or something. And for the Grizzlies, Ja's never had like a legit vet PG with him. Was Conley ever there? I don't think so.
No.
I don't think he was still on the Grizzlies when he got drafted. So he's never had that like veteran presence with him. So that could benefit him big
but
too.
They're buying out.
Adams is. Are they?
He's gonna sign with the Sixers apparently.
I did see though that the Pels are trying to go after Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been seeing that too a lot.
That's JV and Travis Kelce. Identical. Twins.
Yo, it's crazy. Yeah, anyways, I like the deal for both sides, to be honest.
Yeah.
And the Grizzlies get the 10th and 40th pick. Like, sheesh.
Yeah. I think the Grizzlies came out on top on that one. I think.
I don't know which but
yeah,
it's pretty even in my eyes.
Yeah.
Boys, I don't know how we've skipped over this. I know the NFL's been slow for the last couple of weeks, but this Tuesday morning, the Aaron Rodgers finally came to an end. He reported to Green Bay. But there's a lot more to that story. Essentially, from what I understand, there's an agreement in place that he's going to play this year.
Yeah.
He'll play out this last or whatever this year of his contract. But
Mhm.
next year he has the option. There's basically an agreement that he can, if he desires, then he can choose to go elsewhere.
Yeah.
And they'll still get something in return for him, which might still be a lot. But this is kind of crazy because Devontae Adams stopped contract talks. Now apparently he's open to an extension.
Yeah.
But if Aaron Rodgers leaves next year and he already signs an extension, then what happens? There's a lot to unfold here.
I think basically the Packers are betting on having a great season and getting back in Rodgers' good book, and then this isn't even a discussion next offseason.
Honestly, I feel like right now they're literally just gonna gun everything for the Super Bowl and then be like, if he wants to come back, he comes back. If not, we have Jordan Love.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to all the boys on this podcast that said he was going to be in Green Bay for week 1. I respect you guys.
I think it might have been all of us, no?
No, I said he was
No.
in Denver.
Mm.
Also, very quick shout out to arguably the group's favorite Twitter account, Barry McCockiner. Bro, he put out a tweet and he gets me half the time for like 30 seconds. I'm like, fuck. He put out a tweet. Aaron Rodgers' new deal has a provision that allows him to bring his dog Fido into the team facility at all times. The contract also states GM Brian Gutekunst will be responsible for cleaning up after Fido should he urinate or defecate on the floor, sources say. And then he tweeted this morning. Oh, where is it? Oh, man. He basically said, like, breaking news, the Aaron Rodgers drama is far from over. He walked into the Green Bay Packers locker room this morning and sucker punched Jordan Love. And when Jordan Love tried to like end the beef and shake his hand, he goes, "I don't shake hands with suckers," which killed me. And he changes his logo to like the Ian Rappaport logo or the fucking Sports Center logo. And
You see his at is ultra weed hater.
Yeah, ultra weed hater. Oh man, I'm literally throwing up right now. Anyways.
Next.
Yeah, apparently now Aaron Rodgers also asked them to get Randall Cobb back.
Yeah.
Apparently they're working on that trade right now. They
didn't
started
notice
trade talks this morning when Aaron Rodgers got back with Houston for Randall Cobb.
I don't know if he forgets that it's not like 2012 anymore.
Okay,
I also hear that
Jordy.
Jordy Nelson is making a comeback.
Yeah, Greg
Driver.
Jennings is coming out of retirement.
Donald
to come
Driver,
play.
Greg Jennings, and Ryan Grant at running back.
Don't
And
forget
James
James Jones.
James
James
Jones.
Jones, man.
Oh, wait, you know, I did see on Twitter
is
today,
the GOAT.
Oh,
James
man.
Jones. Someone actually asked James Jones if he was gonna come back, and he was
Really?
like, "Hell no, I'm done. JJ is done.
Yeah.
He's got to be like in his 40s now." So
How great is that clip? Like one of the greatest clips of all time. That guy playing like Madden 09.
Oh yeah.
And Greg Jennings broke his fucking leg. Put the team on my back, though. Let's go inside the mind of Greg Jennings. Oh, shit. Here comes Darren Sharper. One of
the hottest hitting things
he's in the league.
Okay, next.
Oh, fuck.
Who else got something?
I'm done.
Just Winnipeg revamping their defense, picking up Nate Schmidt and Brendan Dillon for 2 seconds and a third. They got, surprisingly, when they made the trade for Nate Schmidt from Vegas, they gave up a third round in the 2022 draft and then just traded him to Winnipeg for a third round pick in the 2022 draft. So essentially didn't really lose anything there for 1 year of Nate Schmidt, and now he waived his no trade clause to go over to Winnipeg. So maybe they'll have the decor that they had a couple years ago when they had guys like Trouba, Bufflin, Myers, and people were saying they had the best decor. So now they added to their left side. Derek Forbert's a free agent, and he'll probably be out the door with these two additions.
yeah, no,
Two huge signings for them.
yeah, Nate Schmidt also like negged that trade this morning. So there was a couple complications with that because he obviously had a no trade clause. So he was just like, yeah, I don't want to go to Winnipeg, and then I guess it felt like they came to some sort of agreement because now he's in Winnipeg.
I mean, let's be honest, he was the odd man out when they made that trade for Oliver Ekman-Larsson. And then also speaking of that trade, they signed Connor Garland to a 5-year extension today. I got paid too. 4.95 mil a year for the next 5 years. Bro, I don't know what Vancouver is doing. I don't know how they're paying Hughes and Pedersen, but they gotta figure something out because they're screwed without those two.
I love Connor Garland.
Very quick shout out. My boy Darius Leonard signed his extension. 4-year extension, 19 milli. I'm happy, boy.
Yeah.
Let's get Quentin Nelson signed. Let's get Braden Smith signed. Let's get all the boys signed. Start a dynasty. I'm ready to get to this interview, boys.
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
If Dawson says it, he's the boss. So basically what that means is we're done with This Week in Sports. And we're going to head into a segment that we've missed and we haven't done in a while. I mean, Shane, I guess since you are the man, you're gonna have to intro this yourself, buddy. The floor is yours.
All right. We got more controversy coming up with our boy TSN analyst Davis Sanchez.
Here we go with Shaner's dad.
Absolute legend. You'll get that joke in like 5 minutes.
Guys, we're gonna kick off episode 33. We got a special guest here, Davis Sanchez, former CFL All-Star, now TSN analyst. Look at him.
About episode 33. I'm saying we got a 30. This is 33 right here.
Works out perfectly.
It was meant to be.
Exactly. Before we start, we appreciate you coming on. It's a one-on-one interview here. Like I said, we appreciate you coming on. And first of all, we'd love to have you back anytime you want to come. So just let us know.
Anytime Montreal boys reach out, I'm in. I have so much love for Montreal. It was funny. I got drafted by the Als, and I don't know, you might be a bit young to know this name, but the iconic, legendary rap group, the Rascals, and Red One is a buddy of mine, and I grew up with him. And when I got drafted, I had never been out east, not to Toronto, Montreal. I didn't know anything about it. I just knew people spoke French, and it was cold as heck. But he had been touring because he's a rapper. He had already been touring across the country. And I told him, I was like, man, I got drafted by Montreal. I was kind of disappointed. He's like, dude, what are you talking about? Montreal's the illest city. And man, I went there and fell in love about 7 times and met some cool bros and still got some great friends there to this day. So yeah, Montreal is an awesome city. And if you don't know about it,
you're gonna find out quick when you come.
Tight. Yeah, it's tight.
Is it a city you come back and visit often now that you're out there in Toronto?
Oh yeah. Well, Matthew Prue, sports fans, not you guys will know what Matthew Prue is, but he's one of my good friends, and I still come back and visit him and his family. You know, probably once a year I pop back there and visit with them. But yeah, man, I'm older now, got kids, so I don't get to do the fun Montreal stuff I used to do when I come back. But yeah, what a city.
Yeah, it's always fun, especially downtown. It's always a wild time downtown. All right, so we're just gonna kick this off. A nice little quick question here. Back when you were in high school, obviously you ended up going to the States for school. You went to Oregon. What was that like as a Canadian? Well, obviously now we see a lot of Canadians going to NCAA, but back then we didn't really see many. So what was that like, you know, kind of being one of the few Canadians going through that process?
Yeah, you know what? I didn't have a single offer coming out of high school. I had to walk on to a junior college, and the guy at the junior college I went to had never even seen me play football. So it wasn't like I was far from being sought after. And you're right. I mean, back then, I came out in '93, and guys weren't going down south and getting scholarships. You guys probably remember Tim Biakabatuka was one of them. I think he's a Montreal guy, but there wasn't very many guys going south to Michigan. But anyway, yes, I walked on to a junior college in California, sight unseen. They had never seen me play. I paid my own way, my own flight, a total walk on, and then just kind of I went off there and ended up being an All-American in junior college, and then I got recruited from there. So yeah, it was my high school football games. There was about 10 people watching. We didn't have stands, and just a field with a little hill that you know your buddies might watch in the hill. So yeah, big difference from then to now, where you see guys going to SEC and the Pac-12 and all day long, guys from all around the country. So big change for sure.
There you go. So guys out there that are listening, don't give up on your dream, even though it's there's a road bump. That's why. Like, do you consider yourself as like one of those people that paved the way for Canadians, like the way we are now?
Yeah, well, I
Going
think
down south?
I think the era that, I don't feel like I'm that old, but when I say the era, that means I'm old. But when I came out, I mean, it just didn't happen. So just by when I was born and the years I played football, that's just the way it was. And you know what, we had to go down there and ball. So sure, I would have paved the way with my success. Especially as a skill position guy. A corner. I'm still. I'll always be, but the firstborn Canadian player ever to start a game in the NFL at corner.
Yeah.
And the reason why there's no corners now, there's a couple now. Tavon Campbell's playing for the Chargers right now. But the reason why there isn't, and what's his name, Benjamin St. Just just got drafted as well. Yeah. Shout out to Ben St. Just. Yeah. The reason is because it's just a skill, fast, speed position, and we don't naturally develop speed. We're in cold weather climates where there's not a lot of running track. That's not, we're not built for speed. So yeah, I think that, going down there, being a corner, and then, showing that we have athletes up here that are like raw athletes. And Quebec's got a gang of great athletes. So, I mean, to kind of show them that we can play the skill position and are as athletic as the Americans, I think it was a big part of it. And yeah, I take some pride in being one of those guys for sure. No doubt.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's something you can always hang your hat on. You were one of the first. But you spoke about your JUCO going to junior college. Do you think that kind of is one of the main reasons you went pro? Like, if you stayed here and went to university here, do you think you still would have gone pro?
That's a good question. It really is. I don't know the answer. I never thought about it. To be honest, I wasn't studious, and I wasn't mature enough in high school to have the grades and get it done. So I didn't have an option to go to, I'm from Vancouver, so to go to UBC or Simon Fraser or Laval. I couldn't go to any of these schools because I didn't have grades. So it wasn't really an option for me. But, for me, it was the CFL that I went to CFL first, and did my thing. So I think I would have went regardless, because they didn't care where I went to. When I got signed in the NFL, the Chargers didn't care where I went to college. They might have not even known where I went to college, but they saw my CFL film. And there's another thing, when we talk about the ratio in CFL, here's a great example of why it's important that we have Canadian players. I would have never played in the NFL if it wasn't for the CFL, because coming out of college, I didn't have a good enough career to get a chance in the NFL. I was a late bloomer, and I wasn't good enough at that time, or at least I had an injury. I missed a year in my senior year, so I'd have been bagging groceries or I'd have been a bouncer at a bar. I wouldn't have been playing NFL. But I got a chance because of the ratio. You have to have so many Canadians on the team. I got drafted, and then I was able to obviously, be good enough to play in the NFL. So that's a great example of the Canadian League, benefiting Canadian players like it should. When guys bitch about the CFL having Canadian ratio, there's an example of why it's important, right? Yeah.
So like you spoke about right there, about the CFL, obviously you said you started in the CFL. Being from Canada, I'm assuming you grew up watching the CFL. So when you got that phone call from the Als, what was that like, knowing that you were coming to play professional ball even though you didn't know anything about Montreal? What was it like to know you were playing in the CFL with a chance to maybe one day go to the NFL?
Yeah. I mean, I fulfilled a dream, right? Getting to the league. Man, you couldn't tell me nothing. I think I was making $1,200 a week my rookie year. I was rich. You couldn't tell me a damn thing. I had enough money. I had a place on what's that street there by Lionel Brew Metro. I had a little apartment there, a nice apartment. I took the Metro everywhere I went, and I had enough money to go to Casino Montreal on the weekends with my man Corby Jones, who was a backup quarterback. And that was it, man. I was living the life, hitting up all the spots, and it was great, man. It was as a kid, it's a dream to finally get a paycheck and playing pro football in that city in the summer, boy. I remember the first time I got dropped off, the team bus took us from St. Jean to Richelieu on a break. We had a night off from training camp, and it took us downtown to to have a night, and it picked us up at 3 o'clock. I remember the bus pulling into downtown. I thought there was a damn festival going on. Like, I was like, what is happening here? Is there a parade? Is there a party? Is there a festival? And it wasn't. It was just a summer Saturday night on I think it was what's it called street back then. It wasn't Saint Laurent. The other one down what's the other one? Yeah, thank you. Which is not really like a party scene now, but that's where you walk down there. Crescent Street.
Crescent, okay, yeah.
It dropped us off on Crescent Street, and I looked around. I thought there was a festival going on, and really it was just a Saturday night in good old Montreal.
Yeah, I can imagine. But that going to the casino in Montreal is always a dangerous time.
Hey Shane, how old are you?
I'm 21.
There's a chance, Shane, you might be my son. I had some fun out there now.
That would be crazy. That would be crazy. So where was your go-to party spot in Montreal?
Oh shoot. What was my go? I don't know. Wanda's was one of them. I know that.
Oh boy.
Good old Wanda's. Yeah. I don't remember a lot of the I know Buona Notte was probably the place that up on the other street. Gosh, you just said it.
St. Catherine.
Saint Laurent.
Okay,
Yeah. Buona Notte, restaurant turned bar. That was our go-to spot for the Owls and the boys. That was the spot we used to go to in the early 2000s. That was cracking. Yeah.
Maybe I'll have to go back downtown once all COVID's over and hit some of those places.
There you go.
But you obviously, we're gonna kick it back to football a little bit. Enough with the partying for now. We'll come back to that. But going to the NFL after playing in the CFL, you kind of touched on it a bit. You did play in the States for college, but was it still kind of an adjustment to get back to playing the NFL rules on the NFL field? You know, less guys, more downs.
Yeah. You know, I'm going to say this. I've said it on social before, but the difference between the NFL and the CFL talent-wise, I love to say this because it's just so true. The best players, let's just clarify this. The best players in the NFL are head and shoulders. The top 10 players on every NFL team, they're head and shoulders better than the guys in the CFL. Like a man-child, some of those guys are they're that much better. That's just a reality. You're not blocking. Nobody in CFL can block Khalil Mack, right? Yeah. So they're better. There's a huge talent gap between the top 10 players on each NFL team. But if you look at the bottom 10 players on every NFL team, you could flop those guys. They're interchangeable with the top 10 players on every CFL team across the board. So talent-wise, those guys are really interchangeable. The best players on every CFL team, they could all play in the NFL today, and a lot of them have just came back from the NFL. So that's the real, so it wasn't a huge, when I left, it wasn't like a big, oh my gosh, everyone's so much better. If I had to line up against the very best receiver in the NFL, my rookie, which was Randy Moss, or whoever the hell it was, he would have handed me my lunch. But there's not many guys who are free agents coming off the street that can line up against the Andre Johnsons or the Randy Mosses and these type of guys, Larry Fitzgerald. You can't line up against those guys one-on-one unless you're also a first-round draft pick.
Yeah,
they just don't have the talent and the skill set to do it. So that was the only big difference. I walked into training camp right away, coming out from an Owls breakup, and I walked in and I knew I could cover one-on-one those guys out there without an issue, and as a Canadian, as a CFL guy.
So was it you played for the Chargers? Was it them that reached out to you, or you just kind of reached out to a bunch of NFL teams trying to get a waiver?
Yeah, I don't know. My agent handled that. I think they contacted my agent. They contacted my agent. I was actually going the whole season. I had been talking to the Washington Redskins at the time, now Washington football team. Exactly. But it's funny. A quick story. Washington Redskins. One of my coaches, Greg Butler, was a DB coach in Montreal, and he had a friend on the Washington football staff. I think he was a running backs coach, and he was in that Miami the U documentary. His name was Melvin Bratton. Okay. Anyway, he featured in that Miami U doc.
I hate the U. That's one thing I'm going to tell you is I'm a Gators fan. I can't stand the U. But maybe I'll check out that documentary for you.
You're a Gators fan, huh?
Oh yeah, big Gators guy.
The U documentary is, no matter who you're a fan of, that's a crazy doc to watch. That's an awesome doc. Anyway, a coach of mine in Montreal, my defensive back coach, had a coach, a friend of his that was coaching the Washington Redskins, and he had sent over my film. And at the time, Deion Sanders was playing for Washington. And this is at the end of Deion's career. I don't know if you remember, he went there. And Deion had walked into, this is a classic story, my buddies to this day make fun of me. But Deion walked into his coach's office after practice one day, and the coach was watching my Alouettes game film. And he looked at the film and he said, "Ooh, that boy got some sweet feet." and so my coach is telling me that his coach told him this, and my coach is telling me this, and I told my buddies, and my buddies make fun of me to this day. Like, okay, sweet feet, all right, sweet feet. So they think I'm bullshitting them, or they just think it's a funny bragging story.
Yeah.
But they still, to this day, my buddies will call me sweet feet because my claim that Deion said I had sweet feet.
I mean, that's something I'd probably brag about a lot too. So,
hey, that's it.
Probably the best defensive back of all time is watching your film and telling you you're doing something right. You're
That's
obviously doing it right.
True, if it's really true or not, I'm riding with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we've heard a lot of NFL players say they don't want to come to the CFL. So I'm just going to give you the floor to kind of put the CFL on the map here and prove to them that they should be coming to Canada if they get a chance, if they don't get a chance in the NFL.
Yeah, well, hey, look, if you have the financial security that you either earned already in the NFL and you don't want to play football anymore, I would tell you not to come. I wouldn't come. I would retire and enjoy my life and relax and not take any more hits.
That's true.
I don't. There's a tough enough. It's a tough enough job tough enough deal to get a job in the CFL for anybody, especially those American players. I've said it all the time. It's almost tougher for them to make the CFL than it is to make the NFL, just because the rosters are so small and the ratio, right? You only have a few jobs, and so look, I don't need to tell anybody, any Americans, that they need to come here. There's plenty of talent, and if they come, there's a 80% chance they're going to get cut anyway. So I don't need to tell anybody to come. It's a tough deal to crack a roster in the CFL. So if you're coming, you better know you gotta be a baller if you're an American. I'll be honest, there's some Canadians, at least when I played, some Canadian guys who weren't very good. That's just the reality. Nowadays, not so much because there's so many good Canadian players, but there was some guys back in the day because there wasn't as much Canadian talent, right? But the American guys, if you want to make a team, you got to be damn good to make it.
Obviously, you were one of those guys that came back to the CFL after your NFL. What was that like to come back?
It was good. Yeah, I mean, look, I the first couple of years, I won't lie, I was lazy. I was probably lacked a bit of motivation. I was pretty arrogant, and not because I had played in the NFL, but just because I'm naturally pretty cocky guy, and just I lacked a little bit of motivation, to be honest, because I had just, I was playing down there, and I knew that I could get by just being, without working as hard, because I was talented. So I kind of, the first couple of years back was fun. I had a lot of fun, and I was, but I didn't take it as serious. And then towards the end of my career, I hadn't won a championship yet. And in Montreal, I was like 0-4 in Grey Cups. All the heartbreaking losses Montreal had in Grey Cup, and I was a part of a lot of those. Then I really, started to kick it up and be a part of a championship team and build that. And that was that's kind of the evolution and the transition from being a young guy, first come back from the NFL, to eventually being a veteran on a team full of guys who really were hungry to win. And we, together as a crew, we did that.
Did you ever feel like you shouldn't have been back in the CFL? Was that ever something that crossed your mind?
There's no question. Well, I might be the only guy. Here's a stat for you. I might be the only guy in NFL history who's not in the league, but I've never been cut. So I actually finished my 2-year contract in San Diego, and they offered me a year extension, and I turned it down because I thought that I would get a better offer somewhere else, or a better offer from them or somewhere else. My agent agreed. So I actually turned the contract down. The reason that it's funny that that I'm the only guy that's never being cut, because I probably would have got cut if I resigned and went to camp. I was just a backup guy, so I easily could have got cut.
Yeah.
But I thought I could get a bigger contract. So if I was really that valuable, somebody else would have signed me, and nobody else did. So I can hold on to the claim that I've never been cut. But the reality is, I definitely thought I should have still been there, because I had never been released, and they had offered me a contract. So my bad judgment on my part.
I mean, if you would have got cut, you wouldn't be sitting here telling me that stat, would you?
There you go.
So another thing you get to hold on to from the NFL. Obviously, you left Montreal. You went to Calgary. You went to Edmonton, and then somehow winded right back in Montreal twice. Is that something you wanted? Is that something you look forward to? Because you were talking about the party life in Montreal a couple minutes ago. So
no, that was all Jim Pop. I mean, I left always. I never left Montreal because I wanted to. I always left for more money. I left when I was a free agent, and someone else had offered me more money. And Montreal had so many good players back then that they couldn't pay everybody. And because I was a Canadian and an all-star, I had pretty good value. So I would just left for more money. And then I went to a new team, and they didn't want my ass, and they sent me, and they always traded me back to Montreal because Jim would always take me back. So that's what happened both times. I left. I signed for more money somewhere else. I played there for a year. They got sick of my ass and sent me back. And Jim said, "I'll take them back," and then Jim traded for me. Yeah.
Obviously, not many people are professional athletes. So can you take us through what it's kind of like to be traded? Like, does the GM call you in? Is it your agent that tells you?
Yeah, good question. I guess it differs, right? Sometimes it might be if you're at home. I remember one time I was at a Earl's in a mall, and I got a call from the head coach telling me to come. This was in Edmonton, I think. Yeah, it was in Edmonton. And I got a call from the head coach and the GM telling me to come back to the facility. They want to talk to me. And I said, "Is everything all right? What's going on?" They just come back and want to talk to you. And I was with two guys on the team at the restaurant eating. And I'm like, I got to head back to the stadium. They want to talk to me. And I had a good feeling, and I went back there, drove back to the stadium, and lo and behold, they had traded me back to Montreal, which is a good thing.
Yeah, I guess so. Get to relive those party moments.
That's right.
And you came back and won some great.
And if I didn't get traded back, you wouldn't be here, right?
Yeah, exactly. All that partying downtown paid out to something.
The NBC podcast would not be here if it wasn't for me party in Montreal.
I'll let them all know. I'll tell them right after I get off with you that we owe it all to you.
Yeah.
And just the last thing about your playing career. You ended your career back at home in BC. What was that feeling like? How special was that to end your career, where your career kind of began when you were young?
Yeah, it was cool. I had grown up as a BC Lion fan. Their practice facility is close to my home where I grew up, so it was cool to play for them and be part of that organization. And at the end of my career and winning Grey Cup, I was hurt, so I didn't play in the game. Didn't really feel like I was a big part of it, but I mean, it was just cool to get back home. I was, got to be around my family. My parents could come to the game, my mom and my brother and everybody. So it was cool just to be around the family. Yeah.
Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I first started getting into the CFL, it was your last year in Montreal, and you were one of my favorite players. And I was devastated when you left. And apparently now, with what you've told me in your partying days, maybe it was a bigger reason than I thought.
We had a connection. I appreciate the love, Shane.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just something, but maybe it was the sweet feet. Maybe it was the sweet feet that Dion said you had.
That's what's up.
We're gonna kick it over to your broadcasting career now. Kind of, how did you get that job with TSN? Was it them reaching out to you, or you just said, you know what, I'm trying to get into this? And
yeah, I'll tell you what. I never wanted to be. I never had any hopes of a broadcaster or wanted to be a broadcaster. That just wasn't. The CFL on TSN panel has been the same four guys for 20 years, and they weren't hiring, so I didn't really see it as an option. I went home and back to Vancouver and had a pretty successful business at a facility services company, and I was just moved on to doing that, and I loved it, and it was all good. And they actually, the CFL head office was actually wanted to launch a podcast. It was called The Waggle. It's still up to this day. They still do it. and the host was James Cebulski, used to be with TSN and Sportsnet. Yeah, so Cebul was, a friend of mine, and they asked him to do this podcast. And when they said, any players out there that might be good on a podcast? And I had not done any media at the time, but James was like, Sanchez likes to talk and have fun and whatever. So he asked me to do it. And this was, 7 years ago or whatever it was, 6 years ago. So podcasts weren't really a huge deal. But I was like, sure, I'll do it. And I did it. And then I kind of started to like it. I was like, this is kind of fun. And then it's funny, I was going into my accountant's office doing my taxes one day. And this is after a year of the podcast. And I see on my social media account, the vice president of TSN had followed me on Twitter. And I'm like, this is interesting. Why is he following me on Twitter? I went into my accountants to have my meeting, did have my phone put away. When I came back out, he unfollowed me. So I think it was a mistake. I think he was trying to look at my account and see my stuff because he had some interest in hiring me, I guess. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
And then about 30 minutes later, about an hour later, I got an email from a producer at TSN asking me if I had some interest and he wanted to talk to me. So that's kind of what happened. The big boss had crept my social media. And I think just him not knowing how to use it, he didn't realize he followed me. And then he unfollowed me. And then I got a call from a producer. And that was pretty much it. And then from then, I just took the opportunity. They said, hey, nothing's guaranteed. If you're interested, come out here for a season and try it out. And 5 years ago, I'm still here.
Yeah, there you go. Everything happens for a reason now.
Yeah.
Well, you kind of just touched on something. There was kind of like a news thing that came out from TSN today. You had talked about the 4 main guys doing CFL. Now today, TSN announced that Kate Burness is taking over for the CFL. How do you know how that happened, or was it a shock to you guys, or like?
Yeah. No, it happened because Chris Cuthbert had left, so there's a room. There was an opening. That's right. There was an opening in the booth for a play-by-play guy, and so Rod Smith, who everyone knows, and you gotta love him. He's
Exactly, yeah.
Roddy, you love Roddy. I see your smile. You love Roddy. Roddy might be one of my favorite people of all time. He's just a great dude. What you see on TV is really who he is. Just a big, awesome dude, and he's sharp as a tack. He knows the league. His job is to tee us up. The job of the host is to really, as you guys are starting your broadcast career, as a host, your job is to tee everyone else up, make them all look good. And he does that seamlessly, and he has a ton of knowledge about the games, but he doesn't always display it because he's really trying to make us look good. Yeah. He's always wanted to call games, and so or call more games. And the fact that they've given him that role, and he's moved into that role, is something he wanted to do. So we for sure, the CFL and TSN panel, miss him because he's just dope, and he's Big Rod. But he'll be great in the booth. And then Kate was seemed like the obvious choice for a replacement. She'll be great. She's uber talented. She knows her shit. She's really good.
Oh yeah, I've seen her. I'm a big Raptors fan, so I've seen her cover Raptors for years now.
She's good. She's sharp, and she'll do a great job. And so it's just added more people to the team.
There we go. Time to get excited for the CFL season. We're starting soon. So just before, I have 2 more questions after this one. Do you have any pointers to help us out, kind of get it going here after you've been working for 5 years at TSN?
Authenticity, my man. I've seen your guys' stuff. You guys, the fact that you guys are buddies and you have the chemistry because you guys are buddies and you rip each other and you have bad takes on your cereal choices. I've watched some episodes, but I think authenticity, man. You guys, you watch enough sports, you can tell when a guy's not being himself, or he's phony, or he's full of shit, whatever it is, you can tell, right? And I think just being authentic to yourself, people gravitate, and us as people who watch, because any of us broadcasts or in media, we're all sports fans and first, and we gravitate to people that seem real and authentic, and that's the whole media voice or your broadcasting voice and all that. It's not. We're all real. Like, I make mistakes all the time. I forget what I was gonna say. I mess up words. And I just laugh about it and make fun of myself because that's just me. So that's for you guys. Just being authentic and real and fun. People seem to gravitate to that, which you guys are doing a great job NBC pod. You guys seem to be doing that.
Thank you. We appreciate that. But now I need to know, what's the number one cereal? What is it? What's your number one?
I'll tell you what. I hate to say this. I'm a CTC guy. I'm a Cinnamon Toast Crunch guy.
There you go. Exactly.
Yeah,
That's the number one.
Legit. I know. I think it has to be because it's a cereal, but it's also a snack. Like if you're hungry at 11 o'clock at night, what's better? Forget a bag of chips. I just pour a bowl of CTC. That's what we call it, CTC.
Exactly.
And it's a wrap. Yeah.
There we go. I'm gonna have to tell Matt. I'm gonna have to get on his case about that because I was very embarrassed that it wasn't even in his top 5.
Yeah, that's grounds for somebody getting let go.
Exactly. I'm gonna tell him that you made the decision that we're gonna have a meeting about it.
Yep.
Just my second to last question here. TSN Edge was one of those things that you kind of popped in. Can you just give us like what was that about? How did you start that? What is it? Like give the followers something to follow.
Yeah. So anyone who likes to sports bet, definitely follow me. I'm when it comes to football and CFL in particular, NFL as well. I'm as sicko and savage of a degen as you'll find, and love it. So I'm always dropping nuggets on for betting information for the CFL especially, but all football. And the TSN Edge is TSN's information hub, and we launched that. I co-founded that project, and it's become a big deal at the network. A lot of resources now pumped into it, and it's basically it's a place where media now is turned into sports information, but it's information for betting purposes now. Everyone wants to know, you want to know the story about the Habs and the game, the preview, but you want to know how it impacts the gambling line, the betting lines of your fantasy team. That's just the reality of sports now, right? So that's TSN Edge. When you go to TSN.ca, you go to the right on the page there is TSN Edge, and it'll give you all the information you need for whatever game you're watching or you're sweating or you're degenning on. So it's a pretty cool project, and as gambling has become legal now in Canada, you'll see a ton of stuff on SportsCenter and all around TSN, just as we commit to giving our viewers all the information they need to be an educated gambler.
Well, as you've seen, and as everybody who watches our podcast seen, we got Lock of the Week at the end of all our episodes. I guarantee you, we will be using TSN Edge from now on.
Love it.
To get those locks in for so our viewers can make some money.
I'll follow you guys back and look and get some of your advice as well.
Oh man, I don't know if you want that. We're not looking too hot lately. We had a good streak going, and now the past couple of weeks haven't been looking too good.
It's all part. It's all just, it's fun. That's why we hop on social back and forth, share information. I'll never claim to always be right or be the sharp, because that's all reality is just a lot of BS sometimes. But I just like to share information, stuff and if that can help you get a little bit of an edge, then that's good. And we share it amongst each other because we're all trying to beat the book.
Exactly.
At the end of the day. So please, anyone who's watching, feel free to chime into on my Twitter or my Gram and share your thoughts on plays and stuff, because I'll do the same.
There you go. We'll drop down. We'll put up your Instagram and Twitter handle right here. Guys, go give him a follow when you get a chance. I guarantee you he's going to bring you to the promised land.
Yeah, CFL for sure.
There you go. There's no one better to trust in the CFL than a CFL player. Last question we ask everybody. If you were in a deserted island and can only bring 3 things, what are your 3 things?
Wow. Okay, people's not involved, right?
No, people's not involved.
People's not involved. Okay. So an iPad.
Wow. Really?
Yeah. Dessert island, 3 things. What do I need? I'm gonna miss something very important. Is there food? Is there food there?
Yeah, there's food. There's food. You can bring food.
Right.
There's food there.
Okay. I'm gonna bring an iPad. Oh God, a toothbrush, and gosh, what else do I need? Probably some Vaseline for my lips, because I'm always licking my damn lips. All right, there we go. An iPad, a toothbrush, and some Vaseline.
All right,
anyone who knows me knows I always have Vaseline on deck.
There you go. Vaseline, sponsor the man.
Yeah.
There you go. Those are David Sanchez's 3 things that he's going to bring to an island. Honestly, it's a pretty tough question. I don't even know what the 3 things I would bring, and we ask everybody that question. So,
Pretty good. I like it.
all right. Anyways, that concludes our interview with David Sanchez. Like I said, go give him a follow on Instagram, on Twitter. He's going to help you out, hit some bets in the CFL. Davis, once again, thank you for joining us. There you go. Money moves.
I appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Keep the good work, huh? And we'll be following you guys.
Thank you. Hopefully, we'll talk to you soon.
Hey, thanks,
Shane, that was a great interview. I think that's going to bring a lot of good work to NBC. Thank you to David Sanchez once again. You were an amazing
Absolute legend.
person. We're going to have you on again, of course.
Beauty.
One day when we could get buy the merch, baby. One day when we can we get all 5 of us on, we're definitely going to do that. We're going to have a very good time. But with that being said, let's move on. And we're going to go to our question of the week. This week, in quite a couple days, don't know if that's the saying, in a couple days, Madden 22 will be releasing their full ratings. Right now, obviously, they always do like a little preview of like the top 10.
The rookie ratings.
Yeah, the rookie ratings,
Kyle
whatnot.
Pitts on top, baby.
Yeah.
So, the question is, who for you, not will be, who for you should be a 99 overall? So join the 99 overall club. So we already know that there's 2 99s for sure. Devontae Adams from Green Bay as a receiver and Aaron Donald as a defensive lineman. So the question is who should be, not who will be. So this is all like on opinion. I think first off, I have to say it. I think there's going to be 2 names that just keep coming up. I think, I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I think Patty Mahomes is 100% of 99, and I think that Aaron Donald is 100% of 99. I think if there had to be only 199 in the game, it would be Aaron Donald.
Agreed.
But I'm going to read you my list. I'm going to tell you where I'm coming from. So where I'm coming from is to be a 99, it's like super pristine. Like you have to be the absolute best at your position, no matter what.
It's not even just that, though. You have to be.
Yeah, so you have to deserve it, okay? So Michael Thomas, when he was 99, absolutely deserved it. Had the best receiver year of all time. Like that's a 99 overall. Now he's a 94, obviously. But Patty Mahomes, to me, easily is a 99, and Aaron Donald easily a 99. I know I just said you have to be the best at your position for sure, but I'm going to give another quarterback in there. Aaron Rodgers had an amazing season. You have to put him at 99, in my opinion. Played like it. To me, the best corner in the league, 100% is Jalen Ramsey. I think he deserves a 99. I don't know if he will get a 99 because somehow he keeps getting disrespected, even though he just absolutely shuts down every good receiver in this league. You guys, I don't know if you guys are going to agree with this one. Derrick Henry, easily the best running back in the NFL, is don't give me a face, man.
Not easily.
I think easily.
Are we just forgetting Christian McCaffrey exists or what?
I'm not forgetting that. I think Derrick Henry is a much more dominant running back than Christian McCaffrey is. Derrick Henry is part of my 99 club. And I said I wasn't going to do it yesterday, Dawson. I changed my mind.
I'm doing it.
I changed my mind. The top O-lineman in this league, Quentin Nelson, I think absolutely deserves to be a 99. I think he will be. One guy left off this list. I couldn't decide on a linebacker, but if I had to put one, it would be Darius Leonard. I know not a lot of people would. To me, he's the best linebacker in the league. But, so just go over my list. I got Patty Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, Derrick Henry, Quentin Nelson.
All righty. I have somewhat of a similar list.
Can I just say why? Sorry. Can I just say why I don't have Devontae Adams there?
Sure thing.
Because I do think that he was the best receiver last year. But I do think that he is a product of Aaron Rodgers throwing him the ball. So I do believe that he deserves to be a 97 or 98. But 99, it's pushing it from me.
My 99 club is not super exclusive, but I'm kind of exclusive. So I have Patrick Mahomes. I don't think there's a world where the EA developers don't put him as a 99 overall just because of all the fucking free marketing they'll get because he'll share it and shit. So 100% he's going to be a 99. Next, Aaron Donald, without a doubt. Like Matt said, if there could only be 199 in this game, I think it has to go to Aaron Donald. Shout out to EA.
5 years in a row, he's 99.
Yeah, that's wild.
Crazy.
That's definitely never been done.
And he's so young.
Yeah. Shout out to the EA developers getting it right, giving my boy DeForest Buckner a 92 or a 93. Well deserved. Pro Bowl snub. Not going to go into it again. Not the segment for it. Next, like Matthew Campbell, I have Jalen Ramsey. I think he is the best corner in the league, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but he might be like hit number 1 to number 2 in corners might be the biggest gap in the NFL, I find. I think he's the best corner by a lot. So that's what I'm doing there. I don't have Derrick Henry. One person I do have who I think is the best tight end by a lot as well is Travis
I forgot
Kelce.
about him.
Travis Kelce is a 99 on my list.
Sorry, I forgot. He's in there.
That's okay. Travis Kelce is the best tight end in the league, on his way to being the best tight end of all time. And then like Matt, my boy, how could I leave him off this list? Big Q, number 56. Give this boy his extension. RTDB, run the damn ball. Quentin Nelson, baby.
I would like to formally apologize to Travis Kelce. Absolutely deserves to be a 99. More so than a couple of the guys that I have on this list.
Well, to segue off of that, I also have Travis Kelce in there. It was kind of a tough decision though, because I'm low-key one of those guys who likes to compare him and George Kittle and like who's a better guy. I definitely think Kelce's the better guy, which is why I put him in the 99 club. Obviously, we have the guys who are already there, Donald, and who else made it already?
Devontae.
Oh yeah, Devontae. Sorry. Yeah, I put Devontae and Donald. I try to base it off of like the season they had before, right? So Tay Adams, A-Rod, I'm going with 99 as well. Just two guys who had crazy seasons. I'm putting Derrick Henry as well. I'm not going to call him the best back in the league because CMC he was injured last year, right? And but Derrick Henry was definitely the best back in the NFL last year, in my opinion. Obviously, Dalvin Cook was great too, but Derrick Henry's been doing it a little longer. So I'm going to go with him. And I want to give an honorable mention to the GOAT, Tom Brady, but I'm not putting him in the 99 club.
77.
He had a great season. Won the Super Bowl.
He is on the cover.
What can I say?
He is on the cover.
He's on the cover. I have a basic list like all of you guys, but it's okay. Minus the Quentin Nelson, but that's my 99 club there. Donald, Adams, Mahomes, A-Rod, Henry, and Kelce.
Love to see it.
All right. Okay. As an avid Madden player or former Madden player, because I haven't played Madden in a good 3 years.
This is the first year I don't buy Madden.
I will say, to be a 99 in Madden, every year there's 4 or 5 guys maybe at the release of the game. Most. Because to be a 99 in Madden, you have to be a 99 in several important categories.
Yeah.
Like Tom Brady's a great quarterback. Arm strength, he's not even close to 99, and that's a vital part of being a quarterback, especially in Madden.
Absolutely.
So if you think about it like that, yeah, I don't have a lot of guys. Aaron Donald, obviously. Devontae Adams, yes. Patty Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers, yes. I don't think it's going to happen, but to me, yes. Devontae Adams, look, I know I just said his name, but he deserves to be there based on last year, like you said, Liam. And Matt, I do agree with you. Yeah, he's benefiting from having a guy like Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Rodgers is also benefiting from having a guy like him. The route running, the hands, he's got the speed to be an elite receiver. His releases, to me, I don't know. He's an all-around receiver for sure. He'll catch a ball over the middle. He'll beat you deep. He'll beat you short. But yeah, and then I don't really have many more guys here. Big Q, I'll give you that one though.
Fuck yeah.
And Travis Kelce too. That's a dominant guy at a very important position.
Yeah.
Darren Waller, maybe coming in at a 97.
Yeah. For me though, like you said, you have to be 99 in several categories. I'm fully just defending my Colts here. If Quentin Nelson was just a good run blocker, I wouldn't give it to him, but he's dominant in the pass game, dominant in the run game, and he's the toughest motherfucker on the field. Like, those are fucking all the categories you need that boost your O-line stats. So, had to give it to him.
And that's the only reason why Derrick Henry's not there for me.
Yeah.
Like, non-controversial top 3 running back in the NFL. No one's going to argue with that. But is he a 99 at most important running back stats? Probably not. In real life, I'm talking. They can give him 99 speed in Madden. That's not real life, but.
Shaner.
Nothing to add.
All right, boys. I don't think you're ready for what I'm about to say.
Oh, man.
There's no 99s.
There is
No
no
one's
99s.
perfect.
There is no 99s.
You know
And
what?
here,
I like it.
Let me just back up what I'm gonna say. Madden is the only French sport game that hands out 99s like at all. The only people in NBA are 4 all-time players. They're not on their teams right now. So it's like Miami, LeBron, MJ, Kareem, and Magic. So 4 all-time players.
Steph, when he was absolutely disgusting, he was a 99, no?
What?
When Steph was like 2-time MVP, he was a 99.
Okay, he was a 98, I'm pretty sure.
That's crazy.
LeBron's rating right now, maybe the greatest basketball player of all time, is a 97 in 2K21. NHL, the greatest hockey player in the world right now, is a 94 in Connor McDavid. So Madden is the only sport out of like the big 3 sports that we talk about that has 99s religiously. They hand out like what, 5 a year? 5, 6 a year?
4 or 5.
And like NHL, I guarantee you, if they gave ratings like Madden did, McDavid would be a 99 every year also. And, you know, Matthews would probably be up there too. McKinnon would be up there. Vasilevsky would probably be up there. So to me, there's no 99. But if for whatever, because it was a question, because, you know, they do hand it out, I'm only going to name one name, and it's Aaron Donald, because he's well on his way to being the greatest defensive player of all time. So to me, no one. But if I had to put out one name, if I had to put out names, it would only be one, and it's Aaron Donald.
If I did not know Shane before listening to this, I would say like this guy hates video games.
Yeah.
Shane has actual beef with Madden right now.
Bro, me and Madden, I hate that game.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
I'm so
EA
bad.
Sports, sponsor the show.
I'm so bad at Madden, bro.
I feel like if you're a quarterback and like you know how to read a defense, like Madden playing offense is pretty easy.
But all I'm saying is the game I'm best at is the game where the best player in the world is the lowest rated, and that's NHL. So I'm going to ride with that one.
Yeah, Shane's disgusting at NHL. We're all pretty nasty at NHL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for that NHL tournament to happen.
Keep an eye out. Nothing but
Whoa.
controversy. Twitch.tv/nothing but controversy.
Whoa.
Maybe. All right.
Also, shout out to my boy, Coach Rosie from my staff. He just said he's going to buy a Fab 5 hoodie.
We love that.
He's the man.
We love that.
All right. But that does it for our question of the week. We just gave you our Madden 22.99 overall.
99.
99. And we're going to move into our bold prediction of the week. So, I believe it was your lock of the week last week, Cam, when you said that Canada was going to beat Costa Rica in the quarterfinals, and they did so 2-0. They now move on to the semifinals and play Mexico. My bold prediction is that Canada will win the Gold Cup. And not only that, they will come back in Women's Olympics and win the gold medal. Huge bold prediction.
2 piece.
A double bold prediction, a little bold prediction parlay. Let's go.
Oh,
Team Canada
love it.
soccer on the up and up, baby.
All right, boys. So like Matt said, the Olympics are here. Okay. Canada is getting absolutely carried by our women. Shout out to our women.
fact.
Every
Fact.
single medal winner so far, I think. I don't know if there's been
Yeah.
any handed out since I last checked, but has been a woman. So shout out to you guys. Shout out to the ladies in the pool. First of all, I said I wasn't excited for the Olympics. I'm so fucking pumped for the Olympics right now. Like, I love it. Like, and swimming is somehow so exhilarating to watch. Okay. But what is more exhilarating to watch is the track. Okay. And Canada has a
Yeah.
fantastic
Andre.
young track star, Andre DeGrasse. Okay. He's currently not favored to win the gold. He's a contender for, a bronze, maybe a 4th place finish, something like that, something along those lines. My bold prediction of the week, Andre DeGrasse is going to come in and he's going to win gold in the 100-meter dash
Oh, baby.
at the Olympic Games, beating who is it? Who's the number one? Like Justin Gatlin, he's still nasty. There's a bunch of big runners, but Andre DeGrasse, Canadian boy, homegrown boy, is going to win the 100-meter dash at the Olympics.
Sheesh. Well, I'm sticking with the Olympics. I'm sticking with our boy Andre DeGrasse. But my bold prediction is that he wins the 200-meter race. Gold medal, 200-meter. And they race July 30th, I believe, which is going to be on Friday. Plus 450, boys. Great value.
That's money.
I love it. It's
Great
always the
value.
stats. Always,
Always the stat guy.
Back the
always,
boys.
always
Back
bringing the
the
value.
boys.
Hashtag
Yeah,
back,
facts.
hashtag back
Boys.
the boys Olympic edition.
I'll
Penny
throw-
Alexiak to win tonight.
Oh, baby.
He's plus 1,000. He's plus 1,000 in the 100-meter dash. So if you want to sprinkle a little money on that,
Sheesh.
you should.
Might have to look at that one, boys.
Yes, sir.
I'll
Yeah.
throw some down.
Facts.
Yeah, like you said, Matt, my lock, riding with Team Canada men's at the CONCACAF Cup, Gold Cup. My bold prediction does fall into that. It's not quite the same as yours, but I do have them beating Mexico this weekend as my bold prediction. So, or is it Thursday?
I don't know when
I
it
think
is.
it's
I'm not sure.
Thursday.
It's Thursday. So, yeah,
I
on
think
Thursday,
you're right. Yeah, the 29th.
Canada will
We
beat
just look like a
Mexico.
big bitch compared to Matt. Matt put
Yeah.
his balls out for this bold prediction.
It's okay. Hey, I pulled out my balls for the lock, and they did it. So I'm gonna play it a little more safe.
Respect. Boys, just keep pulling out your balls. All right, Shane.
Wait,
All right, I'm gonna
right.
kick it over to the NHL. Tomorrow, when this episode's released, we'll be well underway in NHL free agency. As you viewers know, we release articles, and I released one today.
You release
About-
articles.
What?
You release articles. Yeah.
Yeah, Shane's
I
been
get-
pumping these bitches out.
I guess so. But I released one today. 5 depth moves that the NBC boys would like to see the Montreal Canadiens make. And I think that 3 of the 5 guys I have on that list will be Montreal Canadiens.
Wow.
Go check out that list. He's not allowed to tell you which
Yeah,
names are on
exactly.
there. So go
I'm
check
not going
it
to
out.
tell you guys who's on the list. I'm not going to tell you what 3 I think. So go check out that list, and you can figure out what 3 I think.
Nothingbutcontroversy.com
Slash
Like
blog.
that.
/blog. All right. With that being said, let's move on to one of everyone's favorite segments. One that will be hosted not by Shaner, not by Dawson, but this week by Cam Wilson. And it's called NBC Trivia Now. Go!
Before Cam starts, I would just like to offer a great round to my fellow counterpart, Dawson Spooner. It's been a while since we've been in this position, and it's an honor to go back to war with you, buddy.
Hey,
And
Shane,
LBS, I would just like to tell you, fuck these two guys. We got to beat them. Okay.
hey, Shane, when I wake up in the morning, you're just a guy that pushes me to be better every single day that I walk this earth, that we do this podcast. So I can't thank you enough for constantly pushing me, constantly being behind me. I cannot thank you enough. Pause. Not constantly being behind me. But I can't thank you enough. I'm looking forward to going to battle, but with respect as always.
All right, boys.
You have a good one.
You're looking at last week. Yeah, that was an intimate moment, so I didn't really want to interrupt, but
Should have.
you're looking or listening to the new champ right now.
Yeah, you are the man right now.
It's
You are the
about time.
Yeah.
Not sure when this will happen again, so enjoy it. And the last thing I wanted to say was I wanted to say you're welcome to all the fans and to everyone else who enjoys this, because I'm putting Shane and Dawson head to head again. Oh, we got Matty Ice with the test. He's holding it a little low, but
Am I?
you saw the right. There you go.
It's because I'm closer.
To
I
quote
just
Conor
want-
McGregor, spit shine that belt for me. I'm going to hold it for the next 10 minutes or so, but it's been a pleasure.
I just
To
want to
quote
say,
Conor McGregor, your wife send me DMs.
I just want to say, if LBS or Matt wins this one, that's, you know what? You guys might be the champion of trivia because you knocked off me and Dawson in the same round.
And
Yeah.
to
True.
be fair,
That's true.
I am the guy who has hosted trivia the most. You know.
I wonder why. Honestly, I don't even know if you are anymore.
Yeah,
Okay.
for real. That's true.
If Matt or Liam win, I will jump in the pool with my new Nothing But Controversy Fab 5 hoodie and post it on Instagram.
No, don't do that.
Yes.
Don't do that.
Yes. Do it.
I want you
Do
to
it.
do it.
Super
Do it.
Shaner.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's do it.
All right,
You so confident? Fuck.
let's get into it, Cammy.
All right, boys. Oh wait, listen. I'm gonna go to LBS. He had a little bit of an unfortunate round last week, so we're gonna let him choose. Hey, no hate. I've probably had worse, so I'm gonna let you choose what we start off with today.
You know what? Let's start like every other week. Hopefully, I'm gonna nail it this week and go NHL.
Yes.
All right.
Where I take the lead.
I'm so scared.
Absolutely.
My
The
heart's
first
pumping.
But
question.
watch out.
My heart is pumping.
The first question this week. Who is the first NHL franchise to win back-to-back Stanley Cups?
There's an obvious one, but I don't think it's them.
Give you a little 5, 4, 3, 2. Raise them.
Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
All right, Shane, let's go. Let's go, Shane.
So
Risk it for the
Matty
biscuit.
Ice has Toronto. Shane has Chicago. Dawson had I forget,
Chicago.
and Liam had Montreal. Only one of you are correct.
It's Matt.
Toronto.
Montreal, bro.
Liam strikes
Let's
first.
go.
Oh, so it was the obvious
I
answer.
knew it
Let's
was the
go.
obvious one, but sometimes you gotta
Trust your
risk it.
gut, boys.
Sometimes you gotta
Montreal's
risk it.
first team. I think it was in the 70s, but I honestly don't know.
Only
so-
in the 70s?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
wasn't called the Stanley Cup.
True.
Um,
I'm sorry, boys.
Oh,
The
sure.
way the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Fine, I'll catch up.
Dawson is already feeling like he's gonna get wet. He's feeling.
Pause.
Oh, I feel
And
whenever
he's
I
gonna
see
jump in the
Shane.
pool.
That's how I feel whenever I see Shane.
All right, so LBS is the only one on the board here.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow. From zero to
That
hero.
is crazy.
Yo, Cam definitely sent him the answers. That's why he wanted NHL first.
For sure. All right, question 2. Cole Caulfield and Nick Suzuki had great seasons, obviously. Played well, very well in the playoffs. Led me to thinking of this question. Who has the most playoff goals by a player like under the age of 21 in their career and all-time NHL? Who has the most goals as a player under 21 years old? Most playoff goals, sorry.
Wow.
It's someone you guys all know. I'll put that out there. It might seem a little random, but
Ready.
I know for a
think
fact
that-
this is wrong.
I think
go
I might-
5, 4, 3, 2. So Matt, Shane, and Liam all have Crosby. Dawson has Jaromir Jagr. Only one of you are right, and it's Dawson.
I don't
Wow.
know.
Jaromir Jagr,
How did you get that?
I don't know how I knew that.
14 playoff goals
is
under
nuts.
the age of 21. So very impressive stat.
The drive for 0 for 9 starts right now, boys.
So through 2 questions in the NHL, Liam and Dawson at 1, Shane and Matt at 0. Moving to the last question here. Stat from last year. Who led the NHL in power play points? One player.
Got it. Let's go. I'm back on the board, baby.
Yeah.
Really?
This was a bit of a gimme.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
Huge shot.
wait.
Well,
Oh.
whoa. Yeah, well, I don't know, Dawson. I don't know if you saw Matt's answer before.
I don't know why the fuck he put it up so early.
Matt was correct. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Oh
know
yeah.
what we're doing with Dawson there.
Okay,
I'm
don't
sorry.
give me a
Roll
point.
it back. Roll it back to what Shane just said when he wrote down his answer. Please just roll it back.
He was for a long
Please
time.
roll it back.
Okay, well, don't give me a point. But Matt, you're
Sometimes you just gotta be confident, boys.
Yeah, Matt. Wait
Okay.
for the little countdown because
Sorry.
you spoiled
Sorry,
it
I
for
was pumped.
someone.
I honestly I thought I was wrong when I saw Leon because he was so excited. Someone please
Leon,
roll it back.
McDavid had 37. Leon was right behind him with 32.
Let's go, boys.
We moving on to the NBA or the NFL?
NBA.
All
Yeah,
right.
NBA.
Yeah,
All
it
right.
is.
So this seems like a bit of an arbitrary question as well, but you guys all know who this is. Maybe you guys know this. I honestly did not know this at all. Who's the only person in the NBA to be named who won a most valuable player, coach of the year, and executive of the year in their career? So MVP, coach of
Why
the
am I-
year, and exec of the year. Not in one, not in the same year, but in their
No.
career.
Now I'm really on the
Now you're
board.
just talking like Jackie Moon stats.
Now I'm really on the board. For people
I'm
watching,
I blanked. I blanked.
I'm
on
definitely
Don't
on the
lift
board
yet.
with this
Do
one.
not lift yet.
Yes. Okay, come on, write an answer, man.
I'm 100% on the board with this one.
Okay.
I think I'm wrong.
I'm wrong too. Oh yeah, Shane's right.
Let's see him. Michael Jordan from
Oh,
Liam,
yeah.
Magic Johnson, and Larry Bird from Matt and Shane. You guys are both correct.
Look who's in front, boys.
Yeah. Matty Ice leads us 2. Everyone else has 1.
I'm alive.
From
2
zero
questions
to
left
hero.
in the NBA.
From 0 to hero. I'm
All
sweating.
right. Speaking of the Raptors, I know we're all excited for their 4th overall pick coming up on Thursday. Based on last year, who led them in points per game? Who led the Raptors in points per game last year?
It's one of two guys.
Indeed.
No hesitation.
It was very close.
I think I'm wrong, but I didn't hesitate. So
You guys
I don't want
ready?
to go with the obvious person.
You guys ready?
I had an answer and I switched it, so I'm actually pissed.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so Matty has Pascal.
I think it's
Is-
Pascal.
I swear it's gonna be
Shane,
Pascal,
LBS,
dude.
and
It's
Dawson
Pascal.
all
It's
have Fred
Pascal.
Van Vliet.
I think it's Pascal.
Pascal
Dude.
Siakam led
Bro,
the
I
Raptors
knew it.
in 2020.
You guys are Raptors fans,
2021.
man.
I knew
I
it.
hate the Raptors.
Bro, I
Come
literally
on.
said it. I'm going against the obvious.
Yeah.
one. I said it. That's twice I go against the obvious one, and it screws me.
Mhm.
Oh my god, oh man, this is crazy. You guys are Raptors fans, man.
So
I'm having
going,
a poor performance.
going into the last question of the NBA, Matt has 3. The rest of the boys have 1. Bigger picture here. Who led the NBA in points per game last year?
I don't even know.
Oh wow, I can't even spell.
Wrong, I think. I don't even know actually.
Oh, was it not?
But like the season that just happened.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose off this one.
We ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Oh,
So Matt has Brad Beal, as does Liam.
Show me the money, baby.
Shane has Steph Curry, and Dawson had Luka. The correct answer is Steph. He averaged 32 points a
I
game.
think I erased his name.
Show me the money, baby.
So heading into the NFL here, Matt's in the lead. 1 point lead over Shane with 2. Dawson and Liam both have 1.
I can feel Shaner breathing down my neck.
I thought I'd make it exciting for the fans.
These questions these ones were a little bit harder to come up with, so my apologies if they seem retarded. But number 1, who's the only team to neither play or host the Super Bowl?
Wow.
Only franchise to never do either. Yet.
I'm almost 100% sure. 99.9.
I'm very unsure.
no, this is 100%.
It's
You ready?
Oh, no. I'm no
4,
longer 99.9.
3, 2, 1. So Matt has the Cleveland Browns. Shane has the Detroit Lions. LBS has Jacksonville, and Dawson has Houston. The correct answer is the Cleveland Browns.
Oh my
Matt
god!
What?
Lead.
When did the
Matt
Texans
extends
host
his
the Super
lead.
Bowl?
They had a new stadium in 2017, I believe. It was pretty recent. When they got Energy Stadium, they hosted the Super Bowl.
Pretty sure they were the stadium that the Falcons blew the lead.
That would make sense,
I
yeah.
think Energy Stadium was that Super Bowl.
And I believe Ford Field has hosted the Super Bowl as well.
I need one more answer here.
Yeah.
With 2 questions left, Dawson and Liam unfortunately eliminated. This question is going to seem extremely random, but it's
Austin,
someone you guys all
new
know.
I might need a new whiteboard after this game.
In 2016, this running back finished the season with over 10 carries.
I know this answer.
I think he had 12, and he finished with negative yards. Who is it? Someone you guys
Running
all
back,
know.
you said?
I know this. I knew the answer.
This is the saddest stat in NFL history.
I knew
running
the
back
answer
had
before
12
this
carries.
man even finished the question.
12 carries or 16 carries, and he finished with negative 3 yards in 2016.
I knew
the name you guys
answer.
all know.
Oh man, I knew the answer before this guy even.
Yeah, I guess Shane has probably seen this stat before.
I'm taking an absolute shot.
I feel like I remember this.
I have no idea.
No, if Matt gets this after what he just said, I'm gonna be shocked.
I have no idea.
I have no clue.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
3, 2, 1.
Oh.
So we have Eddie Lacy, Adrian Peterson, Arian Foster, and Reggie Bush. The correct answer, Shane knew it, is Reggie Bush. So
let's go. We're
Matt,
still
big
in this,
Reggie Bush
baby.
guy, eh?
We're still in this.
I feel like I should have known that.
Matt's a big Reggie Bush guy.
I was a big
We're
Reggie
still
Bush guy on this
alive.
Matt, we can't hear you. No.
Still alive.
on.
you're good. You're good. We hear you. We hear you.
Barely.
We hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. So
I'm stressed.
1 point lead for Matt Yates going into the last question.
Best of luck, young man.
This one, I feel like you guys both have equal shots. I don't think this is like a gimme. The streak is active, by the way.
Oh
Which team has lost a record-holding 9 playoff games in a row?
I ride by this answer. I don't want to change it because I'm thinking too much.
I have no idea.
Come on, baby. Come on.
Let me
baby.
see them in 3. Oh, wait. We're going to wait for LBS.
I have it
You
written
have the
down.
right
I
answer,
just
no matter what, I win.
I feel like I
Alright.
fucked up.
Let's
3,
go.
2, 1. Dawson
it
has
might
the
be
right
Dallas.
answer with nothingbutcontroversy.com/shop.
Oh, it might be Dallas. Oh,
I think-
Matt has the Cowboys. Shane has Detroit. Liam has Buffalo. Liam, it is not Buffalo.
Did
Matt,
Buffalo win a playoff game
Cowboys
last
won a
year?
They
playoff
won a playoff game last
3 years ago against Seattle or the Rams. It was the Rams. Shane has tied it up. In overtime.
No way. No way.
Do you believe in miracles?
oh my. As Kevin Garnett once said, anything can happen. Anything is possible.
Yeah, you butchered that one.
I know. At the start, I said it. I said it at the end.
Matt, I'd offer you a Tic Tac, but they're a choking hazard. So
I just blew a 3-1 lead right there.
Anything is possible.
anything's possible.
So you know what? I did not have a overtime question prepared for you guys. However, I will randomly select one.
Anything is possible, baby.
Hmm.
I told y'all I had to make it exciting.
All right, here we go. NHL. We're gonna go to the NHL last season.
Oh man.
Put me in, coach.
I randomly had NHL hockey stats open on NBC.com. So if it's wrong, I'm sorry, but it's probably accurate. Who led all assists in? Who led all rookies last year in assists?
Rookies?
NHL rookies. Who was the assist leader among NHL rookies?
Zero idea. It's a shot in the dark. Wait, last year isn't
This
The one
past
that-
season. This past
Oh,
season.
I know this. Oh my
Last
god.
season.
I almost wrote the wrong name. Come on now.
I'm wrong, but you know what? I hope it's not Shaner's boy, because that's not who I put.
3.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
ready?
writing.
You're writing a fucking novel?
Yeah. All right. We'll let him take his time. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
Matty
it's
Ice
right,
is
right.
your new
Matty
trivia champion.
Yeah,
Matty Ice is your new
yes,
trivia champion.
yes,
Bro,
yes.
I swear to God, I had
Fuck
ROB.
you. Fuck you, Shane.
I had
Let's
ROB
go.
and then I erased it. Oh,
Let's
man.
go.
Shane, with all due respect, you deserve to lose for writing dollar bill Kirill the Thrill.
Oh my God.
Bro, I kid you not. I had ROB written and then I erased it because dollar bill. It's just more fun to say. So I'm fine with losing that one. Once again, I hate hosting trivia.
At least you don't have to host. Yeah, bro.
Exactly.
Bro, I'm
I hate
laughing.
All
And
the
me and Shane
excuses
get to
just
go
keep
head-to-head.
piling on.
I
All
hate
the
hosting.
excuses. It's okay.
Bro, you want to count the record? How many wins I have and how many wins you have? You want to roll back all the wins I have or what?
Go.
I got 1 point.
Dawson, we will be back, my friend. We will.
Hide that can, bro. What the hell?
Dawson has got a little dilemma on his hands.
Bro, I got 1 point, and it was the Jaromir Jagr one, which was a guess.
Yeah,
Bro,
and
can't
I
you
got
know
one
what?
point, and it was the first one.
You know what's crazy? You have to jump in the
0
pool.
for 8 to end the
Jump
in
fucking
the-
trivia.
Yeah, I'm not jumping in the pool.
I can't believe
Oh
I changed
man.
that.
Boys, you know what? I'm gonna apologize. I guess the questions were pretty whack. If we have two guys with one, I mean, it's
Questions were great.
fortunate.
I can't believe I changed that.
Tried to keep you boys on your toes.
Fuck!
I believe
Sad
it's
to
time
be
for
handing
Dawson to
over, though.
offer fucking Shaner a Tic Tac.
What do you mean? I came back.
Yeah, and then you
I
choke.
didn't choke. I didn't choke.
Yes, you did.
How did
All
I choke
right.
if I was coming from behind?
Speaking of choking, you can choke on liquids, and we're going to our top 5, which is related to liquids.
Okay, top 5.
Top
Here
5.
we go.
Intro. Go.
All right, this week, again, we're not doing top 5 sports things because it's not.
Fuck that.
We're not doing it this week.
Food
Fuck
gets the
sports.
views.
This week we're gonna do top 5 childhood drinks.
Very specific top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
A little
Child-
too specific, I might add.
Childhood drinks.
here we go. I'm gonna just give a special shout out. My little honorable mention. I'm gonna give one. It's a weird one, but it's Mountain Dew. Don't know why. Always love that drink. Anyways, there's no soft drinks on my list. So, depends what you
neither.
consider a soft drink. Number 5. You know that green container lemonade? You know what I'm talking about? Like in the car.
Oh, seal test lemonade.
Seal test, yeah, seal
Tell
Oh
test.
me
my
how
God, yeah.
fire
that
that
was
is.
good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's my number 5. Absolutely
Yeah.
delicious. Number 4, cherry Kool-Aid.
Not the best Kool-Aid, but I'll let it pass.
I think it is.
I
Number
don't.
3, Sunny D. Absolutely delicious. These are all sugar filled, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm
Number
just-
2, Red Fruitopia.
Gross.
What?
Okay, let me explain. I don't know if I'm allergic to Fruitopia or anything, but every time I have it, I throw up. I had it once when I was a kid.
Are you serious?
Bro, I
What?
swear to God.
You got it once when you were a kid, and that's every time.
Hey, Shane, maybe let me finish the story. I had it once when I was a kid, and I threw up everywhere. Had it again like 2 years later, threw up everywhere. Had it when I was like 15. Tummy was turning, threw up everywhere. Had it a week ago, didn't throw up. But,
Improvement.
yeah,
Was it delicious? Absolutely.
it's too sweet for me.
It's
Too
great.
sweet for me. All right.
Number 1, Nestea. Man. Nestea juice boxes,
Yeah.
Nestea cans, undefeated.
Oh boy. Do you guys remember the initial days of the podcasts when I was just like, I was the guy who had bad lists? Like when I put
Oh yeah.
fucking kicking and screaming and shit like that.
Mario Tennis, never forget.
Yeah, Mario Tennis is fucking fire on the Game Boy. Anyways,
Negative.
I'm gonna get hate for this list. I can already feel it. Number 5. I went very specific, by the way. Wild Berry Oasis juice box.
Insane.
Okay,
Gas.
so that was the light blue one. The
Yeah,
light blue one.
Yeah.
So
so
good.
good. Yeah.
So good.
Mhm.
Number 4. This one, you either love it or you hate it. And that's strawberry quick. So strawberry milk. Big fan.
You like Nesquik?
Flop for me.
No.
That's
Strawberry quick.
nasty. That shit's gross.
I don't even know what that is.
It's Nesquik, but strawberry.
Okay, yes. Yeah.
Called strawberry quick.
Okay.
Nesquik is the chocolate one. Number
Gross.
3.
Gross.
Orange Fruitopia. Orange/tangerine Fruitopia.
So you could drink the orange one, but you can't.
It's
drink
just the red one.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Very weird.
Uh,
Very weird. Very weird.
Number 2. Blue Kool-Aid Jammer. Not Kool-Aid powder or anything
Yeah.
like that. A Kool-Aid Jammer.
Kool-Aid Jammer.
Okay. So fun story time. About a month ago, I went to play spike ball with a bunch of my boys.
Fire game.
Fire game. NBC spike ball tournament
Oh,
coming
yeah.
soon.
You guys
Um,
are
Okay. And anyways, we had like a little potluck barbecue, and one of my buddies said, "What should I bring? Whatever." And my friend said, "Oh, just bring like some drinks," expecting him to bring beer or White Claw or something like that. Instead, this guy shows up with like 5 boxes of Kool-Aid Jammers. Okay, we were amped,
Power move. Power move.
absolutely amped. Didn't drink any alcohol, just fucking shot back Kool-Aid Jammers like it was nobody's business. Number 1 on my list, very, very specific. So down here in Quebec, shout out to Frankie Legault. We have a brand called Kebo. So Kebo chocolate milk.
Yeah.
It has to be in the
Yeah.
plastic container though, that like the big one.
Yes. Yes.
No cardboard shit that gets
Oh.
soggy and fucking goopy and gross after one sip. No.
Yeah.
I'm putting it from the plastic container into a cup into my body.
Gas.
All right, that's number 1 on my list. Chocolate milk, not close.
You know what? I would put chocolate milk as a childhood drink, but I still drink that. So
Oh, absolutely,
Facts.
100%,
Oh yeah.
100%.
Well, little spoiler alert, chocolate milk is also pretty high on my list. But anyways, number 5, got Nestea. Who doesn't love a good iced tea?
You are the man.
In the juice box, in the freaking 1 liter, 2 liter, whatever. There's just the shit always hits.
Cans.
Number 4, facts. No, cans too.
You're
Number
all
4,
shotgun a fucking Nestea.
I'm going pretty basic. Gatorade. Come on, like we all drank Gatorade as kids. You know, all played sports. That was a staple in our childhood.
I'm gonna
Number
need a
3
flavor.
hasn't-
I'm gonna need a flavor from you.
I like all the flavors, dude.
You like orange?
That's why I went Gatorade. No,
like orange?
okay, fuck orange. Get
Thank
orange
you.
out of here. That's the only one. That's the only one.
Purple.
Number 3 hasn't been
You like
mentioned
grape?
yet. Yes, I do.
Bro, okay. I'd like to make a public apology. I have absolutely publicly flamed my co-host Cameron Wilson and our good friend the Beauchamps for their interest in purple Gatorade.
We'll do
Absolutely
this right now.
flamed.
I just want to say this has been going on for like 3 years. So
Years.
this apology
Years.
is nuts.
Huge.
Okay,
I might cry.
don't ever tell me that grape G2 is good because it's fucking disgusting. Okay, but purple Gatorade Frost may be my new favorite Gatorade.
That was the worst apology I've ever heard.
Seriously, I was expecting like a.
It's not
G2
even grape
sucks.
flavored. It's not even
G2
grape
is
flavored.
awful.
The purple frost
I
isn't
like
even grape
G2.
flavored though.
I thought you were like coming out with the real like purple apology.
No,
I'm disappointed.
no.
Just keep
Okay.
going. Just keep going.
All right. Number 3, the 5 Alive juice boxes.
Fire.
Oh yeah, baby.
Those were sick. Number 2, I already mentioned it, chocolate milk. And number 1, it's super basic, but like this was the everyday thing. You know, your mom's packing lunch, she's throwing this fucking juice box in it, and that's the Oasis. You know, I'm going every flavor. I liked all of them. I don't discriminate. Oasis juice box is number 1.
I like
Is
that.
the list.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared now that I'm gonna get flamed, but maybe not. At 5, I have Kool-Aid Jammers as well.
Fuck yeah.
Just because of Dawson now, I'm gonna specify that the grape one is the best one.
Grape Kool-Aid is amazing, bro.
Yeah.
It's the G2. G2 sucks.
Well, okay, fine. At least we can agree on something.
Yes.
That one's good. Okay, at 4, something that hasn't been mentioned yet. I don't know if I'm the only one who had these as a kid. You know those frozen juices that came in like little cans where you would put it in the container
yeah.
and mix it
Yes.
with water?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Like the Minute Maid juices.
Yes.
That's how I-
Unbelievable.
Those are gas too.
So good. So good.
The
So
orange one was fire.
yeah, they all were, honestly. All of them. Every
Yep.
single one. So that's making my top 5. At 3, like Matt, I have Nestea juice boxes. Really good. Those are always like a treat in my lunchbox. I rarely ever had them, but so
Cam
good
was a
when they
good
were.
boy at home.
Yeah.
And you know, I had a pretty rough childhood. So at number 2, I have Jameson.
Oh fuck.
Absolutely joking. At number 2, I always used to get these in this.
Dude, that had me fucking dying, dude. That
Bro, I was like,
hilarious.
Did Cam really have a rough childhood?
No, you guys know I'm kidding. I had a great childhood.
Fuck.
Couldn't be more grateful for that. But yeah, I had to throw in a little joke. Whenever I went to the States, we went out to restaurants for like the week that we were there. And I think as much as I could, I took advantage of being able to have these. And that's Shirley Temple's.
Oh, bro, I was just thinking that.
Oh
So good.
I
good.
now don't even come near me with one.
No
I don't
shit.
think. I don't think. But like really good when you're a kid.
man.
You get like the cherries in it. It's
Oh, fuck yeah.
really good.
Oh, man. I could probably, I feel like I could drink one now.
Yeah, I probably could, but I don't know if I could finish one.
No.
Really
Oh.
sweet. But yeah, really good.
Vodka in that bitch.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
They need some manlier names, though. Like, I'd feel so fucking weird. Can I have Shirley Temple?
Sean's Temple.
At number 1, like ULBS Oasis juice boxes, but I'm specifying the pink one, the tropical fruit one.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
Number
yeah,
one. That's
that
my
one's
number
good
1 too. Out of
Yeah.
those juice boxes.
Oh man, yeah. So yeah, that's it. But yeah, Jameson is an honorable mention. Got into a few bottles.
I don't know if you guys remember these. They're not on my list. It's just something I thought of when I was thinking about this. It just popped in my head. You know those little chubby bottles?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I was talking about that.
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I have to go in early at work today, and there's like 4 of us, and I'm going through my list. I'm trying to remember shit, and like I'm just asking everyone who's walking in, like, what's your favorite, like, what was your favorite childhood drink? And like that's how I got Kool-Aid. That's how I forget the other ones, but like my buddy said Shirley Temple, didn't put it in. Another guy said chocolate milk, didn't put it in. And then we came up with like chubby, like, you know, because like they would come in those like Lunchables, you know, like the
Yeah.
the things where you like.
Oh yeah.
Those things fell off the face of the earth.
For real.
My grandmother used to have the biggest stash of those, and she would
Bro.
babysit us sometimes, and she was always the plug, every flavor, multiple of them. So
We always had
Grammy,
them in
you
my
got that
house,
good
bro.
chubby? That sounded so bad.
Dirty dogs.
Oh no.
yeah, it's. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that's
ignore
not on
that
my
one.
list. That's not on my list. I'm gonna get a lot of heat for number 5, but number 5 is in this list specifically because I think I drank it more than I've ever drank anything in my life. And that
Shane, if
holds-
you say water,
and this holds to this day. I know I'm gonna get flamed for it, but it's got to be at 5 just because I still drink it way too much. And it's apple juice. It's just quick and simple, just apple juice. Okay.
I love apple juice.
Nothing special about it. Just apple juice. It's gotta
Doesn't
be.
do it
It's
for
gotta
me.
make an appearance.
Yuck.
Doesn't do it for me.
it's the shit tier of the breakfast juices.
It
Yuck.
is by far.
Apple over orange any day, but that's
Oh
a
my,
debate for another
no
time.
way.
That's
So
a debate for
questionable.
another time.
So questionable.
Apple
We can
over
fucking debate it right now. You
No,
pussy.
we don't have time.
I
for
won't jump on that wagon.
it. Bro, I was thinking about that. We could have like when we were doing it, I was like, I'm surprised we haven't had a this or that where it's like apple juice or orange juice. Anyways, I choose apple. I don't care. All you orange juice fans can flame me, but it's apple till the day I die. Number 4, the Oasis juice boxes, like you guys said, but for some reason, it's not even the best flavor. It's just the one I had the most. Again, it's the apple grape one. It's like the purple
Yeah.
one. It's not
That's
even
the
good.
worst one.
It's not good. No, don't
I
get me
like
wrong.
that
It's
one.
not
I
good.
like it.
It's not good, but I still
They're all
drank it
good.
so much. Okay, so that was on my. I had it like 2 weeks ago, and I literally looked at myself. I was like, "How did I drink this all the time?" Because it's not good.
No, when I tell you, when I saw that in my lunchbox in the morning, I was like, "This is gonna be a terrible day." Like,
Bro,
no,
I
I
used
used
to
to
pound
make
them.
my day good.
Nah, bro. If that's in my lunchbox, from the time recess hits, I'm fucking planning trades at lunch. I'm like, yo, give
No,
me
I swear.
that cheese. Give me that cheese string for this juice box. Like,
I
I'm
swear there
planning
was a time.
trades.
There was a time in my life that I thought that was the greatest juice ever, and then I matured and
Same.
realized it was probably one of the worst juices I've ever had in my life.
No lie though, before NHL and all that, like I became actually good and stuff, and like I learned how to trade through lunch, bro. If you could really fleece some kids, man.
Oh,
You
yeah.
could like if you talked up like your juice box, you get like a fruit roll up out of it, like
Facts.
like
There's
some
always that
punches.
stupid kid
That's some
that wanted to make a stupid trade just to get
Facts.
attention.
Always.
Bro, some kids at my school used to trade like their sandwiches for a juice box, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
You know
Oh,
what
yeah.
the craziest thing is? Kids still go nuts for juice boxes.
Oh yeah.
I work
Shout
with
out to the
kids-
kid who gave me the shirt off his back for my juice box. I'll always remember you.
Then he got suspended for being fucking naked in class. Oh, man.
At 3, like Cam had, I got Shirley Temples. If you catch me with one of those in my hand, it's because I need a serious sugar rush to hit me to wake up, because those things have way too much sugar for me to handle right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys have seen me off a sugar rush, but it's not pretty. It's you need to like tie me down because I freak out.
I'll tie you down.
At 2,
Why'd you say that so close to the mic? You're just like, I'll tie you down.
at 2, I got chocolate milk. Chocolate milk. Till this day, I still drink it a lot. I always have it in the apartment with Matt. It's a necessity, boys.
Chalky milk. Can't go wrong.
Absolutely.
Number 1, Kool-Aid. All of them, I don't care. I don't discriminate. All of them are gas. I don't care. If my mom walked in with Kool-Aid right now, I think I would drink the whole pack in record time. Kool-Aid is so fire.
No bad flavor either. Shout out to the green flavor. The kiwi strawberry one. Shout
All
out.
gas.
All gas.
Very good. Listen, not a lot of drinks I didn't like there. Apple juice pass, but move on. Let's end this show with a bang and our lock of the week in terms of betting. Mine's like the easiest lock of ever, but I see a lot of rumors, a lot of like reports saying that they're not going to take Cade at 1, and all these fans are freaking out. And I'm just here to put those fears to rest, because my lock of the week is that Cade Cunningham will go number 1 overall. I think it's a slam dunk. So yeah, and if you're gonna turn down Shea and pick someone else, I think it's a mistake. I think it's a mistake not accepting that trade in the first place, but it'd be even a bigger mistake if you don't take Cade. So lock of the week, Cade number 1. No.
Well, Matt, thank you for the minus 8,000 lock of the week.
I had to take my turn doing that.
Yeah. Shout out to our boy Davis Sanchez. Like he said, listens to the show, sees our picks. Follow him on Twitter. He gives out some picks, especially CFL season coming up. Excited for that. CFL preview next week, a little segment in This Week in Sports, maybe. My lock this week, Friday, July 30th, the Toronto Blue Jays over the Kansas City Royals. Lock her in.
I love it. I'm going back to soccer as some of the boys had some CONCACAF predictions. I'm going on Thursday. The USA are playing Qatar. My lock of the week is the USA will beat them in regulation, which is only at minus 125. So, still some good value to be found. There's the lock of the week.
I like that one. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. This is probably very far from a lock, but I did watch Team Canada soccer, the women's at the Olympics. I watched the replay today. England only tied the game in the 85th minute. So I like what they're doing. They're playing a decent team in Brazil in the quarterfinals. But my lock of the week is that Canada gets the dub. So Canada ML, lock it up. That's on Friday also.
Mine, I don't really know if you could bet on mine, but whatever. It's gonna happen. It's a pretty big lock after today, after what happened today. But Dougie Hamilton's gonna leave Carolina. They signed Tony DeAngelo today to a 1-year contract. Pretty much take that offensive role from Dougie Hamilton. So Dougie, you know what? Dougie Hamilton, this is not part of my lock, but please make your way down to Montreal. I beg you. I want to see you in Montreal. I'll pay you the $9 million. I'll find it myself.
Come on the podcast. We'll show you around the city.
There you go. I'll find $9 million for me to pay you. I'll pick you up at the airport. I'll take you to some fine dining on me. Just come to Montreal.
Yeah. Done. Okay, Matt.
Okay.
End the episode.
I was waiting for someone to call me out here. But listen, that does it for episode 33 of the Nothing But Controversy podcast. This is just your reminder. You got 5 days to cop one of these bad boys. Do you want to walk around with 5 guys' heads on your shirt? Are you a lady who likes stealing? Are you a lady who likes stealing boyfriend sweaters? Buy your boyfriend Nothing But Controversy hoodie and then just go ahead and steal it. You know, if you're a guy who likes having women come up to you and say, "What, you know, who are those cuties on your shirt?" Buy a shirt. Okay.
If you're a guy who likes stealing your girlfriend's hoodies. You're weird.
But like, buy Nothing But Controversy.
But buy your own hoodie. NothingButControversy.com/shop.
If you buy a hoodie and you like this video, Shaner, do the honors.
Wait, shout out to David Sanchez for joining us once
Brother
again.
man.
For
Brother
real,
man.
though.
3, 2, 1, go.